Peace to the family. Peace to the family. Greetings to everyone on this Saturday. It feels like a Thursday. Good afternoon to the family. I hope everyone is in good spirits. You dig? I hope everyone is in good spirits. Mentally, physically, emotionally. Yeah. And all of the leads, man. I hope everyone is great. I hope your mind is right. This has been a very challenging week, right? A lot of people's emotions have been getting strung. Meg got shot. Tory got knocked. You know, Nick got fired. Then he said he want to retire. It's so much going on, man. It's every day is something. So I just hope that in the calendar year of 2020, during this shout out to Marrakush, Islam, during this red summer, you know, I hope that y'all could take the heat. You know, I hope there's a heat wave, Corona rising. I just hope that everybody could take the heat. I hope your bodies are prepared to do something with all of the sunlight and don't allow it to short circuit you, because ultimately there's nothing worse than being stressed out and hot at the same time. There's nothing worse than being depressed and being underneath the sun. You know, even though vitamin D, vitamin C, and other things supposed to make you reverse your depression, truth be told, you know, you shouldn't be in the sun and be that stressed out. You should actually be in the sun and kind of like, you know, shake it off, whatever it may be ailing you. So my advice to anyone who's depressed right now is to go to the beach, right? Try that out. Try going to the beach and getting in the water, right? I went to Miami. I wasn't stressed out, but I wasn't as happy as I used to be, right? And I got in the water, right? The reason why I wasn't that happy is because I wasn't in the water for like almost a year. I wasn't in the ocean, and I think I needed to get in the ocean. So once I got in the ocean and then I got into the sun, I started feeling better, right? Yeah, shout out to A.A. Rashid with the Alistair, right? This beautiful black woman, Celie, right? Alistair Whoopi, her gorgeous self, you know. I'm going to be in Atlanta hosting an event next weekend. A.A. Rashid and Blue Pill. I don't know if you're aware of that. Let me pull up the flyer. I will be the host. I'm honored to be the host. You know, those two brothers are two of my teachers. So there's no ego involved. I could honestly say that, you know, those are both of my master teachers, A.A. Rashid and Blue Pill. And, you know, I smoked blunts with these niggas before. I know them. We committed crimes when we were younger. But the way that life works, right? I keep my circle very tight. And the way that God set it up, I didn't have to look too much outside of myself to, you know, to be enlightened. It was my own circle that was able to enlighten me, you know? So I was able to keep the information. I was biased, of course, because when you get information from people you smoke blunts with, you don't take it as serious as getting it from some white dude on the internet, right? That you don't know. But I'm here to let you know that this information or this consciousness is not just book information. It's a way of life, right? It's a way of life. So the people that are teaching you, you should be familiar with their way of life, right? And a bonus is if you're involved in these people's lives, and then the teaching takes an even more special meaning, right? Rather than a stranger who, yeah, they put out a book and whatever, and you learning from the book, but you don't know these people. You don't know what they about. Come to find out, you know, some of these people might be real creeps. You know what I'm talking about? At least if the person that you learning from is a creep and you know this, it won't hit the same. Right? So I encourage the students that are out there, right? I'm in the lab right now, so pardon me if it gets any noise or whatever. I'm working. I decide that, you know, I could work and talk at the same time, right? That's one of the perks of being your own boss. I don't have to be quiet. I don't have to wait till my lunch break to talk to y'all. I don't have to whisper. You know what I'm talking about? I don't have to hide. You know, I have a level of freedom. You know, I could talk my stuff. I could talk my crap, right? I made a vow to stop cursing on the internet when I do these things. So I have to check my profanity. That's what my mama told me, so I have to listen to her. But, you know, I encourage y'all, get your information from people that you know and that you trust, and hopefully somebody that you grew up with. I'm telling you, it's different because you get to celebrate them in real life. You get to celebrate, you know, you get to see their growth and development, and it's a good thing. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know these people who be writing these books that I've never met. I know Black Dot. I read his book, right? So I believe it. The book hits differently. I met Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. I didn't know her personally, but you know, meeting her and reading her book, it made it even more realer for me. I read Professor Griff's book, Ross Ben, you know, Dr. Phil Valentine's book. There's a plethora of authors in this community. And Dr. Africa, Rise in Power, he autographed a book for me. You know, reading these people's books and meeting them, you know what I mean? It showed me that I don't have to look too much further outside of this community to find the answers that I was looking for. It's all self-contained, right? It's all self-contained. We are an industry within an industry, right? We have authors, we have doctors, we have healers, we have therapists, we got shooters, right? People that could train us. We got marksmen, people who could hit something from far away. We got artists, clothing designers. Look, I got the clothing right here, right? You see the machines? I'm talking about. We got the clothing designers. We have musicians, right? We got people in the gym to teach us how to work out. Supernova Slum, right? Fitness experts. You know, the brother, he'll teach you how to get your body right. We got jewelry makers, right? Very, very talented jewelry makers. Shout out to Copper Vibrations. Shout out to Sister Majade. Shout out to all of the jewelry makers out there. If I didn't mention your name, it's still love, right? It's too many of you to just say right now. But we have our own jewelry makers. So, Studio of Patah, right? Baba Samaj, right? He knew me and my brother when we was in the womb. That's all facts. I'm not capping. He knew me before I came out of my mother's womb, because that's one of my grandfather's, lifelong friends, right? So my mama used to go and check him out by his in his studio. He always was in Chinatown. Like, if you want an engagement ring or a wedding ring, there you go. You got to go to the Unk Man, right? So we got our own jewelers, right? And when it comes to food and whatnot, if you live in a food desert, I suggest you inbox one of these chefs, Chef Aki, or one of the chefs that are out here cooking up, and you get you a subscription food box. Go get fruits and roots. Go holler at Shaka Bars. Even if you live in a food desert, that's no excuse. You can still feed yourself. You feel me? You can still eat. So we don't need nobody to clothe us. We don't need nobody to feed us. We don't need no one to teach us. Because to be honest with you, I would rather let the master teachers teach me. And, they're going to tell you what books to read. They got a book list and whatnot. They're gonna point you in the right direction. I would suggest to tap into any of the master teachers whose prophecies have come true over the last 20 to 30 years, like Delbert Blair, like Phil Valentine, like Bobby Hemmett, like Dr. Sabi, like Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, like Dr. Amos Wilson, like Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben is a Jew. Huh. Dr. Ben is a Jew. He's a Jew. Dr. Ben. Right? He's an original. So if anybody wants to know about the original Jews, go and read Dr. Ben's books. Because he was born in St. Croix, I think. And he's a Jew. Right? Like Sammy Davis. Shalom. Yeah, that part. So, John Henry Clark, Ivan Van Sertima, C. Freeman L., Taj Tariq Bey, Hakeem Bey, all of these names are master teachers. And they have the information that will free your mind. And you don't got to go outside of your community to be a god, to be enlightened. Everything is self-contained. This is the conscious industry, right? This is the conscious industry. We live in a day and time where you could become a millionaire off of your intellect. And you don't have to be ashamed of it. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to act like, because you're not doing nothing wrong. Fair exchange, no robbery. So if we live in the age of the entrepreneur, and they have something called infopreneurs, where you could become an entrepreneur based off of your information. And we see brothers like Derek Grace making $3 million in a few months just off of teaching the people. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? You know what I'm talking about? You don't gotta. Once that happens, then we have achieved something that the elders did not achieve, because they was not making millions of dollars. Dr. Ben and them was not making millions of dollars teaching their people. We live in a day and time where that's being done right now. And that's something that we should celebrate. Only the haters is going to hate. And we already know that you got haters out there. So we don't even, that don't even bother nobody. That's expected. You know what I'm talking about? That's expected, because anybody who is, not sovereign in their mind, they're not striving for freedom, because I'm not judging nobody on a 9 to 5, because I'm on a 9 to 5 right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm working. It doesn't matter who I'm working for. I'm still working. This is sweat equity. This is a hot machine right here. Look how hot this is. Look at the degrees on that. 335 degrees, right? And it's 90. It's a heat wave outside. There ain't no AC in here. So I'm 9 to 5 in on a Saturday. There's no judgment. And if you're 9 to 5 in and your mind is fixated on being a sovereign or being self-employed or working for yourself, then you will respect the fact that there are people in this community that are making millions of dollars by teaching. They're not stealing, they're teaching. You understand? They put a value to their information. Infopreneurs, they put a value on it. They didn't let no white man put a value on it. They didn't let nobody else that's outside of them put a value on their name. They added a value to their name, and then there's people out there that agreed that they're worth what they want, what they ask for, and they pay it. And they pay it. Here, working on the weekend as usual. Right? Look at that. Ta-da! You know? So, how to be sovereign, though. It's a process. I can't tell you how to be sovereign on the live. It's a process. It's gonna take you more than 1 year to even accomplish that. It's a walk. You gotta be willing to walk. If your legs is not strong, if you on some Nick Cannon, if your legs is on some Nick Cannon, don't even talk about sovereignty. Because in order to be sovereign, you're gonna have to stand in front of some people who are gonna hit you back. When you hit them, they're gonna smack you back. They're gonna smack you back. There's no such thing as having a fight and you don't get hit. You gotta go, if you go to fight, you gotta be prepared to get smacked up. You understand? So if you want to be sovereign, if you want to do the paperwork, if you want to unconnect yourself from the matrix, you're gonna have to go up against the dragon, and he will eat your food if you don't know what you're doing. So if you don't like getting hit, don't even have that conversation with me. Stay in your place where you're at, paying the bills, with your licenses, contracted to this beast. Stay right there, because that's your comfort zone, right? That's your comfort zone. It's not for everybody. That been a disclaimer. We put that out there years ago, but the woke people, they want to ride on the front of the bus. We told them, get on the back of the bus. We got this. Let us ride this. This is some shit that you're gonna have to, that you might not. It might be too. It might be too horrific for you to look at. Just sit in the back of the bus. Cover your eyes, because we going in. And when we going in, we not taking no prisoners. And then we going in, we not apologizing. We shooting up everything. But they want to get on the front of the bus, and then when they see some bloodshed, they start running to the back of the bus. So look, if you're not ready for that, let's not even have that conversation. Because it's not about marching. You're not going to be picketing. You're not asking nobody to don't shoot you. You're not talking about you can't breathe. Sovereignty is something completely different. It's a whole nother beast in it of itself. And you got to look white people in their eyes and tell them that they're not white and you're not black. And then you are, that you're not in their jurisdiction. A whole bunch of things. It sound good to people, but everybody's not built for that. Everybody's not built. They'll come running, scared to death, scared straight. If you see the devil show its fangs, if you see that motherfucker lift his mask off, y'all don't see that. Yeah, I mean the actual regular people, you don't see when the devil takes their mask off. We see that when they lock the courtroom doors and there's nobody in the courtroom, and they lift the mask back and they show you the monster. You don't get to see that. You don't see that in your waking life. So everybody is not built for that, to face that man when he takes his mask off. There's some black people that when you saw his fangs, that was the last thing that you ever saw. You never saw anything else. That was the last sight before your lights went out, is when he shows you who he really is. Everybody not built for that. Everybody not built for that. They still asking white people to be their friend. Everybody not in that mind state. You're not trying to unfollow the beast. You're not trying to unfriend the beast. You want to be his friend. You know? And believe you me, nobody is judging you, but everybody is smudging you. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody is judging you, but everyone is smudging you. You niggas need smudging. Niggas need smudging for real. Because they filthy in these streets. But yeah, it's a wicked game, man. But going back to what I was saying, that we belong to an industry. This industry is self-contained. And this industry has been infiltrated, of course, you know, but it's going to work itself out. You know, it's going to work itself out. See you next week. Which day do you prefer? What are you talking about? So Dark Matter Timing is going to be available for live stream as well. I believe that's next Saturday. It's going to be available for live stream. So go to the Eventbrite. I think the link is in Blue Pill's bio. Go to the Eventbrite and support these brothers. You know what I'm saying? Support these brothers. And then on Thursday, right? That's on Saturday. But on Thursday, on the 23rd, I'm going to be doing my demonstration. And that's going to be called A Conscious Industry, where I'm going to go more into detail about what I was just talking about the industry aspect of, you know, consciousness, and not in an exploitative way, you know what I mean? In a way where we claim, you have to claim, you know, your power. You got to claim what's yours. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll be stating a claim to our businesses. You know, we have businesses, we have industry. We don't need to ask permission to become wealthy again. We don't need to ask no one's permission to work for ourselves. We don't need to ask permission to heal you know, each other. We don't need that. Because look at what the government just did. The government told you that the COVID-19, the second wave, is here. And they said, we cannot help you. We don't know. We don't even know what the thing is. We don't even know where it's at. Right? That's what they said. So if they're telling you that they can't help you, then apparently you got to help yourself. And that part of helping yourself deals with, you know, the industry. You got to tap into an industry. And the industry of consciousness is about plant-based, electric foods, sea moss, you know, all of the elixirs that brothers in this community have put, and sisters have put together, you know, to build up our immunity. Yeah, that's our, you know what I'm saying? That's us. That's our industry. So why would we be going anywhere else? Why would we go to the hospital to give them, you know, control over our health? Why would we go to GNC? You know, why would we go to the vitamin store? That's not our industry. So If you focus on your industry, then you'll build it up. It's at 1% right now. The industry, the conscious industry is at 1%. I at least want to get it up to 33-40% by the year 2022. Right? I at least want to, because the babies are going to be the one that's going to take it to the next level. It's not going to be the adults. It's not going to be us. We're only going to open up the door. It's going to be people like my son and my daughter and your son and your daughter. They're going to take this to a digital realm. They're going to upgrade it. You know, the same way that we upgraded with Bobby and Phil and them was doing. You know, we upgraded it, but it was almost going to be destroyed. You got to remember, the legacy of the master teachers was at stake for many years, because the hustlers, the charlatans, the people who were pimping the culture, they were destroying it from its roots. You know about that. You know that's what was going on. So all of the work of Bobby and Phil and everything, it was being overlooked. Nobody wanted to listen to Bobby and Phil for years. They was overlooking them. They was calling them pseudo. Right? They were trying to discredit Delbert Blair. They were trying to discredit metaphysics. They were trying to discredit a cult. Right? For victimhood consciousness. That's what they was trying to push. They was trying to push the pity party. So we had to represent and hold it up. And that's why we here now. You know what I'm saying? But that's an industry. That's a whole industry. Look, the DVD game, when they was on DVDs, that was an industry. That was an industry. When they was selling DVDs on the streets, that was feeding families. The lecturers wasn't eating. Nobody was paying them. They was running with their information and taking their money. But that's a whole nother story. But nevertheless, it was an industry though. I think it was worth millions of dollars. Don't ask me where the money went. You know what I'm talking about? Don't ask me where the money went. But it was worth millions upon millions of dollars. All of these websites that are out here selling DVDs, they didn't give the teachers a coin. I know I never got a fucking dollar. You know what I'm talking about? Phil Valentine didn't really get no money. Dr. Sabi didn't get a coin. Dr. Ben died broke. Right? So the industry, it was built, but it was not regulated. It wasn't regulated. Right? It wasn't regulated. It was non-regulatory. So it died. That shit is dead. It died. It died right in front of all of us. And to be honest with you, it might have needed to die because it wasn't being run right. It wasn't being done right. And I'm just keeping it true Virgils. I can't be fake. You know? But if it was set up the right way, they would be getting checks to this day, and they would be benefiting off of the fruits of their labor. The master teachers would have been benefiting off of the fruits of the labor. The DVD Harlem hustle, the conscious DVD hustle. That's what I'm speaking about, right? It was an industry. I'm talking about, I mean, when I say money was being made, think about it. They were selling one DVD for $30. You know, one DVD for $30. And sometimes people will buy 6 and 7 of them, because this was before YouTube. You couldn't upload videos to YouTube back, but at that point, YouTube killed it. You know what I mean? YouTube was a disruptor, and it killed the DVD game. But it was a lot of bad blood, because a lot of people was getting jerked, and a lot of people was feeling a kind of way about that, you know? So there was wars that were started over that in the streets. Real wars. Y'all won't know about that until the documentary comes out one day. But real wars was popping off. You know? Because you can't do to people like that. You know, ask around. Get on your pet detective and do the research. Ask around. You'll find out what was going on. You know? But that was an industry. So we still got to figure out, you know, how to compensate the master teachers who put in the work. You know, how to compensate the YouTube is killing cable. It's a disruptor of all of that. It killed cable. It killed the Fire Stick. It killed the DVDs. It killed the VHS. Somebody said the problem is too many of y'all just worried more on getting some dough. That's your problem. LOL. You know, only a goofy says LOL after saying goofy shit. So this is my thing. For somebody who makes a statement like that to a person who, like I said, I'm standing in front of a hot ass machine on a Saturday, fulfilling orders, right? Doing my, fulfilling my end of the bargain with people who have trusted in me to, purchase something of mine. So to say that people are too worried about making money, no, we're just doing our job, my brother. We work for ourselves. We are part of an industry. To be honest with you, what the fuck is money to you? Like, money is a means, it's a residual, it's residue of a relationship and of labor. So to be honest with you, money is a tool. It's a resource the same way that a key opening up a door is a tool. It's a key that opens up doors and is able to do things like get resources. So nobody is worried about getting it. It's, to be honest with you, the money is chasing us these days. We're not even chasing it. The money is looking for us. The money is looking for us. The tables have turned. Yeah, I must admit, when I was younger, I was chasing the bag. But now the bag is chasing us. They're hitting my phone asking me, how much do I want to come and talk? How much do I charge to fly me around the world so people could touch me and see me? The money is chasing us. We don't chase the money no more. The money is inanimate objects. So it's the relationships that are being strengthened. It's the trust. It's the appreciation. It's the fact that people who were watching us for years have now, they be like, yo, them brothers that stay solid. They stay strong. They stand on their square. Oh, look at what the shifters are doing. Oh, the paradigm is shifting. Those brothers had a hand in that. Oh, look at what Dr. Sebi was talking about in the 80s. And people are all on a health tip right now. That brother had a hand in that. You feel me? So I'm going to support his products. So only somebody who works for Europeans, or only somebody who don't get no money, or only somebody who, bills are chasing you, not the bag. You got bills on your ankles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got bills, but they not chasing us. So I could tell your mentality just based off of your statements. You don't appreciate good relationships. You don't appreciate currency, the current of energy flowing in a circular fashion. You speak down on that. And why do you speak down on that? Because of lack. You obviously have lack. So I have an organization called Stream Chasers, right? And the Stream Chasers deal with chasing the stream, getting to the bag. You dig? Get into the bag. So if you want to chase your streams so you could taste your dreams, I'm going to put it right in the chat. Just sign up, my good brother, because, you know, we all know that you can't live life off of one stream anymore. You need multiple streams. You feel me? Come and holler at me. Come and holler at me. You know? And there's no judgment at the end of the day because, you know, it is what it is. Like, everybody has a perception of how they see things. You know what I'm saying? And you're free to express however you see it. You dig? But I pinned it right there. The website is right there. Stream Chasers with a Z on the end.com. Leave me your email and we're gonna start doing these classes, and we're gonna start revealing, and we're gonna start bringing on brothers and sisters who have multiple streams, who could teach you how to get to these streams, because nothing is out of your reach right now. You live in an open-ended society. You live in an open-ended society. You know what I mean? Nothing is out of your reach. You cannot play victims in 2020. There is no victim in 2020. Nobody is holding back anything from us. If anyone told you that, they're lying to you. There's no doors really closing. If they close the door in your face, go through the window. Go through the window. You know? There's always a window open. You know what I'm talking about? Go through the window. They said, Red Pill, I can't get money at my job. I said, go online and become a white person and sell white people white things, right? Go get you a website and make it a white face and sell mayonnaise all day. Nobody is... There is no rules on the internet, bro. You're walking around with slave civil rights laws. You know, niggas is running around like groveling Negroes from the 60s in the 2020s. Talking about what white people won't let you do. You sound like a fucking retard. Excuse my French. You know what I mean? This is not the 60s, bro. This is not civil rights, my nigga. We're not asking for nothing. We're taking it. We're taking it. We're utilizing our minds to make it happen. Nigga, I am in India right now selling bindis to Indians, bruh. I might even sell them some skin lightening cream. Real talk. I'll drop ship it to them. I'll sell them some goddamn Noxema if they need it. That's how you do it. Multiple niches. You don't have to be you on the internet. You don't gotta be who you are. You could be look at everybody on it. Everybody is somebody else. They're cosplaying on the internet. They're cosplaying on the internet. You got people saying that they're the resurrection of Noble Drew Ali on the internet, on Instagram. They're the resurrection of Marcus Garvey. You know what I'm talking about? You got some people say the Tupac. What did it say? Bupac. Bootsy said that he was Bupac, my nigga. Nick Cannon said that he was Tupac at one day. So everybody is trying to be somebody else on the internet. Why don't you follow suit? Become someone and sell some shit to somebody else. You don't have to sell it. Somebody's like, oh, I don't got nothing going on in life. Well, become somebody. Become an avatar. And become someone. If you're not impressed with the person that your mama made, well, you could be someone else. And I'm not talking about a tranny either. I'm not telling you niggas to wear high heels. I'm just saying, in the marketplace that's known as the internet, because the internet is a marketplace, niggas is on the internet playing with themselves all day, with the fucking Jergens and whatnot, and they're not applying themselves in a space that's been built up for you to do commerce. That's on you. That's not on us. That's on you. You didn't read the instructions properly. You in social media. You still doing social media. We moved on to social networking. The shit is different. It's like plantains and bananas. It's not the same thing. It looks the same, but it don't taste the same. So if you on social media, it's really not a lot of money in social media. You just out there for the likes and whatnot. You probably, you sliding in Meg Thee Stallion's DM, capping, talking about that you'll help her walk around. You know what I mean? You're going to put hands on Tory Lanez for her. You're doing all of that capping. But you're not on the internet utilizing it for social networking. And that's where the bag is at. You're not on the internet data mining, because that's where the bag is at. You're not on the internet capturing emails and information. That's where the bag is at. You're not on the internet doing search engine optimization. That's where the bag is at. Yeah, you eating a plantain right now. Do it taste like a banana or do it taste like a plantain? You ever try to fry a banana? That's the same thing like social media and social networking. That's not the same thing. You don't make money on social media. You make money on the social networks. You waste your time, you waste your energy, and you actually give your data to be sold when you're on social media. That's for Mark Zuckerberg and them to get money. It's not for you. So the link is in the bio for the lecture this next weekend. Come and get this game. It's only $30. I'm about to start doing shit for $300. You know what I'm talking about? Them days of $30 is going to be completely over because, I'm out here for the people, at a super discount. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas should be glad I'm not bad and bougie. I'd have popped my collar a long time ago and start acting up. But go get the lecture, pull up next Thursday, and we're gonna talk that talk. We're gonna deal with solutions. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Atlanta next week. Yeah, it is being moved to 300 very soon. It's gonna be moved to 300. I'm gonna have to flex. Quality of membership. Not only if you believe in me, if you believe in you. You don't gotta believe in me, because that's not gonna pay your bills. If you believe in you and your skill set and your ability, then you will understand and you will support those who believe in themselves. I would go live with the Goofy, but I don't even want to go live with some of these Goofies because I'm scared how they look. I should go live with the Goofy that's in the chat room out here trolling, but I'm scared how these niggas. I don't even. It might be homie from 300 with the hunchback. I don't want to go live with you Goofies. I should though. I should blow you up and pull you into the live and chew you, and eat your food. But it's Saturday. I don't want to throw up my lunch. You know what I mean? Because if you look the same way that you typing, you a sight for sore eyes, bruh. You a sight for sore eyes. Probably sitting there in a Speedo, typing away and whatnot, trying to disrupt the energy. You know what I'm talking about? On this good Saturday. But I blocked you, so we're gonna ashe ourselves out of this situation. But that's where we at. That's where we at with it. That's where we at with it. that we are here as a people, and we're in one of the best times that we could be alive, because opportunity is presenting itself in ways that I don't think that we can fathom. You dig? Real talk. Opportunity is falling out of the sky, bro. They in the hood, they got the PPP loans. Will I be at the return of the gods? I don't think so. They got the PPP loans. They got the small business loans in the hood. Everybody is eating. Everybody is eating. They got people who didn't work for 3 months, and they got more money when they not working than they did when they was working. Right? There's all kind of plays going on right now. It's too many for me to tell you on this live. And that's not what this live is about. But, you know, I'm just here to let you know. This is the Jubilee year. And it's all user-based experience. What does that mean, Red? What it means is you're going to miss out on a Jubilee because your mind wasn't locked in to a Jubilee mind state. Your mind was locked in on a Black Lives Matter mind state where you was thinking that you was a victim. Your mind is locked in on a COVID mind state, a Corona mind state, not the Corona rising, coronavirus. You running around in fear. If you drive Uber Eats 10K from SBA and they give you 30 years to pay it back, let me say something. The government is going to default before you do. So them loans, they giving out $100,000 in loans. I could show you the check, bruh. I could show you the check. A nigga in the hood got 100 racks. So mine is not paying that back. What are you talking about? Fuck is you saying? Nobody's paying that back. Y'all, you know what I mean? Pay what? When? Donald Trump is the last president. I'm not paying nothing back. They're not getting nothing back. What do you mean? You better get that shit while it's hot. You better get that bread while they throwing it around. That's all I know. Nigga, you niggas talking about reparations and tangibles. Well, goddamn it. It looks like it's in the fucking hood, my nigga. It looked like it arrived. What are you talking about? The tangibles are here. You just don't know that it's here because you out here marching. You out here working on your calves and whatnot while they cutting checks. While they cutting checks. Big Floyd got killed for $20. You know what I mean? And they got people running up in the cash in the check cashing out for 20 racks. 20 racks. 20 racks. And all they did was fill out some paperwork. What is you saying? Somebody said they bought a house for $110K with no job. The Moors, all of that fake paperwork that they was trying to sell you over the years, all of the hustling and bustling in the community, nobody came up with results. This is results. This is results. I never got invited to no housewarming. You know what I'm talking about? When we was in the conscious community on 2/5. You know what I mean? Nobody was coming up like that. But now, out of nowhere, coincidentally in the Jubilee year, is money flying out of the sky. Somebody said they made $5K just doing SBA applications. Psh, that's a fact. You know they got people in the hood making $500,000 doing SBA applications because they know how to hit. It's the same way when you get somebody to fill out your taxes and they know how to hit. Stop playing with me. And this is not talk for the internet, so I'm going to shut up. I'm going to keep my mouth quiet. But y'all out here playing big games, and there's no time for games. And I'm not here. The game is to be sold, so I'm really not here to convince nobody of a goddamn thing. Not here to tell you about, I shouldn't even be opening up my mouth. Because those who know, and those who don't, y'all just, you don't know. You just not in the right circles. You sitting around smoking roaches with roach ass people talking about roach things. You in a you're in a conspiracy zone. When you on a conspiracy vibe, there you don't get no money. You know what I mean? You eat last at the table. Your wife don't respect that. You want to tell her that George Floyd didn't die and all of this stupid. Look at his ears and all of this broke talk. Nobody wants to hear that. How much of a victim you are and your hands are up, don't shoot. Nobody wants, the women is not impressed by that. That makes them dry. They don't want to hear that. That's not cloth. You know what I'm talking about? That's not warrior language. That's Nick Cannon talk. You know that you wilding out. That's not frontline talk. You're not gonna elicit a response out of her by sounding like a fucking herb. You know what I'm talking about? Super dry. Like the Japanese clothing line. Super dry. That's not, you know what I mean? That's not, there's no moistness in that. It's not. Because women is about protection and security and providing. They want to hear you talking about where that bag is at and how to get to it. You feel me? They want to talk, ain't no bag unless you down with Black Lives Matter. Unless you getting them checks from Soros. That's the only thing that's going to make her pay attention. They don't want to talk about that. Yo, I'm a black man and it's hard for me. They like, nigga, get hard. What is you talking about? Like, if it's so hard, then get hard, nigga. Like, work the middle. Do something. What is you saying? You gonna let little dick energy run you off the block? You're gonna wake me up at night stressed out over a Neanderthal? Get out the bed. Do some push-ups. You feel me? Get right, nigga. What is you saying? Get in the window like Malcolm X. You know what I'm talking about? Get the blicky and get in the window, nigga. Like, man up. Get on posts. There's no strength in that. Y'all out here weakening women. Y'all are diminishing your stocks. Stop it. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. There's no cloth in that. So we need to change our dialect. Because when you focus on the wrong things, you're going to attract the wrong things. So if you're focusing on being a victim, well, goddamn it, your number is coming up. You're gonna be lined up for it to be victimized. You know how tempted I was to fucking sell a I Can't Breathe shirt in Harlem? Them things is selling like hotcakes. You know what I'm talking about? I wanted to get some sneaker money. Them I Can't Breathe and the Black Lives Matter t-shirts. Oh man, that's like the fanny pack in the hood right now. That's the new accessory. I was in Harlem the other day. I'm like, damn, it's a feeding frenzy out here. But I said I can't do it. Alistair Whoopi wouldn't let me stoop that low. I'm not gonna feed off of, I'm not a bottom feeder. I'm not a scavenger. I don't believe in that, so I'm not gonna sell it. I'd rather sell All Lives Matter before I sell Black Lives Matter. I'm not doing that. So, all money ain't good money. I'm not a whore. I'm not a hoe. I'm not out here hoeing for no dollars, because even when you get the dollars and you gotta wipe your face off, it don't feel right. Even with the mask, like I got masks, I got orders for masks and everything, right? And I'm fulfilling my orders, but I'm not pushing masks like that. You don't see me uploading masks. I did it one time, but after listening to KT break down about the mask and going to New York and seeing everybody masked up, I'm like, I'm not participating in selling nobody a fucking mask. I don't believe in no mask. It don't make sense. I don't believe in a mask. It's an accessory like a belt at the end of the day. It's like a do-rag to me. If you want it, I got it. But I don't believe in it. I think it's part of, it shows fear. You're going to wear fear on your face. This is fear. You don't have faith in your immune system. They said that it's airborne. What the hell is a mask gonna do? Look, your hair is porous, right? If you could fart through your jeans, then you could get the virus through the mask. Your hair is porous. Shout out to the sisters with their hair hats. Keep them shits on during the corona. You know what I'm talking about? Keep them on during the COVID, because that's protecting your scalp. Right? Go tell Chris Rock that he was wrong on that one. The hair hats are protecting the goddesses. You know? That's insurance. Keep your hair hat on. Keep it on. As a matter of fact, shout out to the City Girls and Nicki Minaj for the long weave, because not only are you covering the scalp, they came out with the 30-inch weaves to protect the COVID from crawling up your back and everything. That's protection. You know what I'm saying? But take the hair hat off and dust that shit off when you get in the house. Disinfect it. You gotta disinfect the hair hat. Shout out to Blue Pillar. You gotta disinfect the hair hat. You know, because you might be picking up the COVID whilst in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Because they said it's airborne. So how is a mask gonna stop something that's airborne? Right? I'm confused. Like I said, if you could rip one, they be wearing them tight ass True Religion jeans. If you could rip one and it makes it through them tight ass jeans that you wearing, then chances are Mr. COVID could make it through your mask. Cause they done took the mask thing to a whole nother level. It's a fashion statement at this point. I seen a Jamaican with a mask that was matching his tank top. The tank top had holes in it, and so did the mask. He had on a Paco mask. How is that gonna help you? It's just a fashion statement. It's not gonna help. It's not safety. You know what I'm talking about? It's not safety. Your immune system, that's the safety. You know, get your immunity up. Get your immunity up, and you can walk with your head high. You won't walk in fear, because you know, not that you think or you believe, you know that you good. So I'm out of here. The time is ticking. It's back to work. You know, shout out to all of my customers. I appreciate every single one of y'all. You know what I mean? And I will see y'all on the other side. Shout out to Blue Pill. I'll see all of y'all in Atlanta though, coming up next week. All right, I can't wait to meet y'all. Love and light. Peace.